gals that may not be able to hop on. Anyways, I'm super excited to do this group with you guys. As you guys know of last week's team call and stuff, we're changing the way that we're working our own businesses, right? So we can get to where we want to be physically, emotionally, and most important, well, not most importantly, but in the end, financially is the thing that's going to help us achieve all of our big goals, right? So instead of push groups anymore, instead of all that jazz, we are doing this. The Diamond Mine groups, I'm super excited about. I had Dave Ward send me his templates, and I read over them on Friday, and I was so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be doing this kind of like behind the scenes. I'm not going to have anyone helping me like you guys are, but I'm going to be doing it on my own too, like the homework assignments too. And they're so freaking awesome. I think they align so much with all of your goals and where you want to go. And like, every time I talk to Cindy about it, she's like, she always gets me like super pumped up. She's like, I'm so excited. And so like, it just like, I don't know. It just makes me feel good. Well, that's weird.
Sorry, was that me? I'm sorry, guys. I'll leave here. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm like, what happened? But yeah, it just makes me super excited. So as you guys seen today, I posted that our videos are our weekly Zooms. We're going to do these every Monday at the same time, 5 Pacific time, and they're only going to be 15 minutes. We are going to be showing up with our numbers that are in the tracking sheet. I gave all the blurbage of what we're doing, what kind of contacts we're making, what kind of tracking we're doing, and it's in that welcome post today that I posted earlier. And we're just showing up with dispassionate numbers, like no emotions behind it, no excuses, none of that. Just showing up with our numbers just for accountability. And then for one-on-ones, like in the group chat, and I love how Cindy answered this question, the one-on-ones are designed for you guys. I am not using a regular template like you do in new coach training groups for everybody. Y'all are different. You all have different stories. You all have different ways of working the business, different hours and different families and schedules and all of that. So everything is going to be just for you, personalized, individualized, okay? So I want you guys to know that. I set out 45-minute times so that we can have enough time to work on the things that you guys need to work on as an individual coach. Sometimes it's going to be 20 minutes. Sometimes it's going to be 30. Sometimes you're going to need that full 45 minutes. But I wanted to give you guys enough time to work on the things that you need to work on to improve, to grow, and things like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. I am super excited to do this with you guys because my hopes is that this is something that we can start duplicating within our own teams, and you guys, as you grow as leaders, you can do it as well. As soon as you're done with this training, then you can take it on to your team and your downline. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any questions?
No.
All you coaches are super sleepy.
I didn't get my messages until now, so I haven't had a chance to look over the group.
Okay, no worries.
But I just looked at it. There's homework,
yep,
which is cool. I like homework.
Okay, so here's the thing. Before with the homework, so every Monday, or if someone signs up as a one-on-one before Monday, so maybe on Sundays I should start doing this, but the beginning of the week I will post the homework for the week, and hopefully you can get to the homework before our call, because our call will be revolved around that homework. If you only are able to look at it, at least take a good look, spend some time thinking about it if you're not able to like sit down and write it down. But that way we can go over it for the phone call, and we're not just showing up and then I have to go over the homework with you. And, it would be a big waste of time on your part and my part. So.
Okay. What was I going to ask you? If we have to change the time, because I chose the time a little hastily, and I think I'd rather have a morning if you have something. But anyway, is it something I can just reschedule through that Acuity link you sent earlier?
Yeah, you can reschedule. I think you could reschedule up to 24 hours notice. I think I have it set up that way.
Oh, nice. Okay. But it's going to be locked in for every week at that same time, right? Or do we have to?
Every week that you can change it differently. In my calendar, I would have it at the set time unless you reschedule.
Okay, good. Okay.
Like some of you guys have different schedules during each week, or different schedules each week. So you may have to change it from like a Monday to a Wednesday or whatever, but otherwise it would be the same time.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Great. Well, thank you so much, Vicki, for putting this together.
You're welcome.
Excited to see what happens.
I am too. You know, it's funny. I'm going to be real with you guys. So I was on, so Brittany, the girl that I work with from corporate, you guys know her. She added me to the new Rockstar 5-star Diamond Mastermind group or whatever that I was a part of for like the last whatever years. And it was a kickoff call today. And then all these other 5-star coaches started coming up and they were talking about how they're pushing for elite and they want this and they want that. And I was the last person because I was driving to my appointment. So I was on mute, or I was on my phone. And then she unmuted me and she's like, okay, why are you in this group? And what do you want out of it? And I was like, well, honestly, I'm the oddball out because I am not pushing for elite. I am not pushing for premier. I'm pushing to help improve my coach's income and that we're going to help other people improve their income. And then I said, you know, what I want is, you know, best practices and things like that. But then everyone like started chiming in. They're like, because I said, you know, when I push for elite and when my coaches has pushed for elite with me, we've exhausted ourselves, you know, emotionally and whatever. And then I had all these people coming on like, oh my God, like it's such a breath of fresh air to hear some, like another coach, like not pushing for elite or not doing that, or, you know, like wanting to work for building the income. And then if that falls into place, and that falls into place. But it just made me feel good. Like, you know, I'm showing up, this is what I'm doing. And it feels so good. It feels like such a stress relief not to have to do that. So.
Absolutely. Oh, very
and Sherry never responded to my invite, Corinne. So.
Okay. That's okay. You know, we can talk about it another time.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And so is this something you're offering you downline? Like, should I talk to people? Should I talk to other PS coaches about it? Like as an incentive, you know, or is this something you're now just sticking with who you have?
Well, as of this first 6 weeks, it's just going to be you guys. I don't want like people jumping in like halfway through or anything. But yeah, this is not a secret. Like we talked about it on our team call. I want you guys post all over Snapchat. Anytime that we get on a one-on-one, like showcase what we're doing. So it gets them like, it shows them like kind of an incentive without like dangling it in front of their face, but it's like something that they want to be a part of, you know, like people on team calls, they see like all these faces like smiling and stuff. And they're like, what, how do I get to be a part of that? Oh, you just show up. But, you know, they're going to be asking you, how do I get to be a part of that? Well, it's all based on your volume, all based on your numbers that you're bringing in weekly, you know, like your personal volume. So I think if you show what you're doing and how you're improving and how it's helping your business, and then your coaches and their coaches and their coaches see it, they're going to want to, you know.
Sorry.
Yeah, totally.
Can I say something? Can you guys hear me? Because I am having a hard time hearing you because of my stupid speakerphone. Okay. So this is so crazy because everything is based on volume, and I am like, you know, already preparing myself to duplicate this system within my own team and my own downline, right? So as part of my putting my whole new office together, I used to have a whiteboard that had my 2017 and 2016 runners, right? The people that are going to run for Diamond and things like that. And I had them all separated out by leg, you know, obviously with like the intent to push for 5-star. And I changed it yesterday as I was like putting my new whiteboards in my office. And it was a freaking eye-opener to see who are actually my Diamond Mind people. Because they are people who are not showing up on team calls. They are people who are working, like, and bringing in volume. And it was like, it was interesting because I love how like our calls every week are going to be no emotion in them, because I felt like all of a sudden like a veil was lifted off of me, because I do get really emotionally attached to my coaches, and I see something in them, which I think we all do this with our coaches. We see something in them before they can see it in themselves. And so on my previous Diamond thing, it was people who said they were pushing for Diamond, people who would show up for trainings, but really weren't actually working the business. And it was just a freaking like eye opener for me, like to see who the actual people are that are actually working that may or may not be showing up on team calls. Maybe they don't post on the team page all the time. And it was just like, my mind was just like temporarily like, you know, it was crazy.
Right. Well,
And
I
the
think
volume
that's
was
where
high,
that's where the numbers are going to come in to be most useful and, you know, eye-opening to see who's actually putting numbers down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I have a gal on my list that I don't even know. I don't even know who she is. I don't even know she's in my team page. But she's like working her business.
Good. Don't jinx it, Cindy.
I know.
Consider it a blessing.
But the thing is that it's like, it's just really interesting. And it's, you know, I mean, it's hard for people who think that they're working their business, yet they're not bringing in volume. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, volume is the activity source of our business, whether you're recruiting a coach, you know, I mean, obviously that volume goes to them, but, you know, you're going to show up in other ways with recruitment. But, you know, volume drives the business. And so, you know, if it makes it really easy for you to say to a coach who's saying, I want to push for this, or I'm working my business, I'm trying to do this. And then you're saying, well, you have zero volume except for your Shakeology for the past 5 weeks. So, you know, your words aren't aligning with what you say you want. Let's fix that, right? You know, it makes it really easy to just simplify it, you know, and not get all emotional about it, which I get emotional about it.
Right.
So.
And it's hard for us as leaders too, because you develop such strong relationships with like your frontliners, right? Because you know their story, you know their whys, you know why they're doing this. And then you want to see more potential in them that they see in themselves, because you want their why more, sometimes more than they want it themselves. You know what I mean? And so taking that connection out of it, taking that emotion out of it, it really helps you like dedicate the time to the people that really truly want it and deserve it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It's seriously a gut check when you have to do that. But I mean, we can only help the people that want to be helped. You can't help people that don't want to be helped.
Mm-hmm. And with the tracker, can we use our own, or is there a specific one that we're using?
I created just a little Google Doc, so you can just edit it on the computer really quick. So it adds up all the numbers throughout each week. So you can just, it's just like, I mean, it's super simple. I am not Carrie Tidwell or anything. I can't do crafty, so it's super plain. And I was surprised I could even put the logo in there. I gave myself a gold star for that one.
Do you mind if I use my own? Because I find it's working really well for me. If you want.
Sure, as long as it has the same content. I just wanted it somewhere so it could be all on the Google Drive, so I could just pull it up so I could compare it to what you guys are showing up with.
Oh, this is
Corinne, I'm still using my own tracker sheet that I basically stole from you and made apply to me.
Okay, good.
And so I'm using that tracker sheet, and then I'm just going to plug in my numbers every Sunday night.
Okay.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Contacts meaning new contacts and people you added to your network? Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Just to clarify, a follow-up, would that also be what we'd consider like a hey girl?
A follow-up is someone that you're connecting with after you invite them.
Whether it's to check if they're ready for a challenge group or whether we're just reconnecting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clarify what you said a contact was again.
A contact is a new person in your network, whether it's a new follow on Instagram, Facebook, a new Facebook friend, whether you're snapping someone new on Snapchat.
And so invites are like direct invites to the business or a challenge group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not separating invites to coaching and invites to challenge groups?
Well, in there it says, like in the little blurb that I posted today, the welcome blurb, it says that you could either combine them or separate them. It's completely up to you.
Okay. Okay. And in the blurb you explained where our names are? Or, I'm sorry, maybe I'm missing something. Where do I put mine? Like,
so if you open the document, you could copy it and create, or you can copy your own.
And then create a new sheet and put it like Corinne's sheet?
Yes.
Or
you can name it Corinne. You can name it like Bomb Squad. You can name it whatever. I don't know. I have no idea where that came from.
You know what? That is so funny because I'm thinking of creating an ongoing group and calling it Bod Squad.
Ah, see? Maybe
that was my team cup name, Vicki.
What?
That was my Team Cup name. Remember?
Oh,
The Bomb Squad.
oh, that's right. Or maybe it's because we also were talking about Harley Quinn today too. Maybe that's.
Oh yeah, probably. Sure, something like that.
Okay. So if I do it wrong, you can just correct me first week, I suppose.
You can't mess up a Google Doc. Dude, if I could create a Google Doc, you cannot mess up a Google Doc.
No. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone have any other questions? No? Y'all are excited? Pumped up? All right. All right. Well, I'm excited, and my first one-on-one starts tomorrow with Christine.
Can I ask you something, Vicki? Because I'm trying to create a sheet right now for myself, and I don't think we can because it's view only.
Oh,
so
then I will go. I will go in there and switch it. I will go.
Okay.
I'll fix it.
Oh, unless I could fix it, you can only view this document. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go fix it. I'll change it.
Thanks, because I'm sure that'll come up.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, ladies. Well, everyone have a good night. Wait, hold on. We're going to selfie it up. So for those of you who are watching the recording, I'm sorry you missed the selfie. Next week, you'll hopefully be on for the selfie. But thanks for watching the recording.